Hello and welcome to Gameplay for All Seasons, the YouTube channel where we discuss various elements of games. Today we're carrying on with our Hogwarts Legacy series, and today's video is why I really hope Dumbledore isn't in the game. Now first off, I would say I do like Dumbledore, so it's not because I really dislike him. There's just various reasons I think the game would be much better if he's not in it, so I'll go into those. So before that, if this sounds like an interesting video or you generally like talk about Hogwarts Legacy or other PS4 games, then why not subscribe? So back to the video then. So why am I even talking about Albus Dumbledore? So the reason I'm talking about him with Hogwarts Legacy is because we know the game is set in the late 1800s. We know that because that's on the official Hogwarts Legacy website. Now we also know that Dumbledore went to Hogwarts in the 1890s. We know that because it is just fact, it's canon as part of the Wizarding world. So it is entirely feasible that he could definitely be in the game if we take the late 1800s as being the 1890s. Now, as I said, I really do think Dumbledore is a great character, and I would imagine you'd be hard pushed to find many who don't like him. If you're one of those people, put it in the comments, it'll be interesting to know why. But I do feel like we've seen an awful lot of him in the Wizarding world. I mean, he was instrumental in the Harry Potter books and films, and in the Fantastic Beasts, it feels like essentially the story is now moving to be about him, and even more so when you consider the wider Dumbledores in the story. But what I want from Hogwarts Legacy is I want something new. I don't want to feel that my character is a side story to tell another Dumbledore story. I want my character to feel like he is, or she is, the centre of it all. Now, going back to Fantastic Beasts, I suspect that poor old Newt is potentially just a vehicle to tell the Dumbledore story, and I really don't want to feel that here. We know from, as I say, there was well canon that Dumbledore was an exceptional student. He won all sorts of awards and did all sorts of amazing things. It'd be hard to believe if he was there in his prime that he wouldn't be taking the limelight in one form or another. So I do actually think, I say I don't want him to be in it. I don't want him to have a really big part in it. I do think it would be cool if there was some sort of reference to him, perhaps. You know, it mentioned his wide family or something in that vein. Or maybe he actually joins in the first year when you leave. So you see him there, but he's not taking all the story and doing absolutely everything. Maybe you get one mission with him or something like that. And as I say, that's probably as much interaction as I want from him. Now, moving away from Dumbledore and onto other characters that I would like to see in the game. Now, I've already done a video all about Professor Binns and why I believe he absolutely must be in the game. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'll put the description in the below, so go ahead and click on that. There are other characters as well, such as Nearly Headless Nick and the Grey Lady, both ghosts in Hogwarts. Now, they should definitely be there. And as was pointed out by Alexander Mills on one of my prior videos, so thanks for that, we have Professor Phoenix Nigellus Black, probably got that name wrong, so apologies for or at least pronounced it wrong. But we know he was Hogwarts headmaster from the mid-1800s to the 1920s. So definitely he should be the headmaster there, because that covers the whole of the period that this game could be set, which is the late 1800s. Now, having those type of characters, and the reason I'd like to see them rather than a big Dumbledore piece would be, I think it ties the events here and what happens to the later books, but allows this to be its own individual story, effectively your individual story. So I hope you've enjoyed the musings for today. If you have enjoyed them, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments, and if you did like the video, then why not give it a thumbs up. Till next time.